Okay, today I'd like to talk about Tucker Max and some of his influences. Forbes magazine quoted Leo Tolstoy while trying to explain the early childhood of Tucker Max. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. This was a start in trying to figure out not only why Tucker Max was driven to become a successful writer, but it also helped guide me into finding out who may have influenced Tucker Max as a writer. Another quote from Forbes magazine was from Tucker Max himself. I was raised by a father who wasn't there and a mother who wasn't there. His parents got divorced when he was 1 year old, and his father didn't show up in his life until he was 16. His mother was a flight attendant who was never home, and they were moving constantly. He was actually never at one school for more than a year until middle school, and his mother was never home because she was always dealing with her mother, who was an excessive alcoholic. Although this was difficult for him, he still managed to be an outstanding student and didn't give up, although it may have been difficult for him. I think this plays a big role in his writing. This helps understand why he may have been so wild in his college years and why he might have wanted to express it in some of his writings. Although it may have been hard to find someone who influenced an author who invented his own type of genre like Tucker Max did with satire, he does claim to have some authors who influenced him. One of the most influential authors towards Max's personal work and his writings would be P.J. O'Rourke, who wrote many books, but the specific one that Tucker Max said influenced him was called All the Trouble in the World. Max said this helped shape his early comedic voice in his writing. In his books, he relates to the male audience based upon his genre, satire, which relates to the male, stereotypical college student and masculine identity. Max also said that P.J. O'Rourke helped him and guided him to become more edgy and crafty in his funny and smart in his writing, yet crafty. And this was easy to see in his work, how he used humor and how he dealt with his own unique style. A quote by Elgin James that I found was, "Something is broken inside me and it's easier to try and fix in other people." And this was listed on Tucker Max's own website as one of his favorite quotes. I think this helps to better understand his writing and also understand him as a person. He grew up with a broken family, and this was a little more relatable to him. But out of all the authors that Max talks about, he talks about from O'Rourke, he talks about Malcolm X, he never mentions anything about how they influenced his style, just more of the aesthetic aspect of his works. I think this is the main reason why he was given a genre of his own. Not only does he write in a creative, humorous way, but he has a unique style. He writes in a way that I haven't seen from any other author. He lists the exact dates and times of the events while he's writing. And I think it's pretty unique because this is a type of style that no other author really uses. And although Tucker Max may not have followed another author's footsteps relating to the style of his text, I think that it's fair to say that Tucker Max, the wild college party animal, had influence from other great writers that helped him become successful and grow as a writer himself. Thank you. Are there any questions?